Welcome to the show, WWE Nation. This is SmackDown Spotlight, your update center for matches and news. Hit that bell and let's begin. The latest episode of Monday Night Raw delivered one of the most surprising and emotionally charged backstage moments WWE has produced in recent memory. Boy, what began as a standard night of programming quickly transformed into a scene filled with mystery, concern, and a shocking appearance that altered the direction of multiple storylines at once. When LA Knight was found in a compromised condition backstage, the tone of the entire event shifted from entertainment to genuine worry. Medical personnel rushed to assist, staff gathered in alarm, and fans inside the arena and watching at home were left in stunned silence. But the moment that truly shook the WWE Universe came when Roman Reigns, someone with no scheduled involvement in the show, stepped unexpectedly into the frame, creating a powerful and deeply human moment that neither fans nor performers saw coming. LA Knight arrives with confidence. Earlier in the evening, LA Knight entered the arena with the same confidence and swagger that have defined his rise over the past year. He was prepared for a promo segment that would further fuel his ongoing rivalries heading into WrestleMania season. Though his charisma appeared intact, it was clear to those paying close attention that Knight's list of enemies had grown considerably. Over recent weeks, he had become the target of verbal jabs, public insults, and competitive threats from multiple superstars determined to keep him out of their path. With pressure mounting and tensions high, Knight's evening was already shaping up to be unpredictable. But no one could have foreseen just how abruptly those tensions would escalate. A disturbing discovery backstage. Midway through the broadcast, cameras captured a startling scene backstage that immediately halted the usual energy of the show. LA Knight had been found lying on the ground, barely responsive, with the surrounding area showing clear signs of chaos. Equipment had been knocked aside, and the hallway displayed traces of a struggle, though the broadcast avoided focusing on anything excessively graphic. The unsettling image of Knight struggling to remain conscious was enough to silence the commentary team and send medical personnel rushing. The serious nature of the situation became evident as trainers assessed his condition and prepared him for safe transport. For a moment, the entire show paused, not for drama, but for legitimate concern. Roman Reigns arrives. Without warning. Just as emergency responders began preparing to move Knight onto a stretcher, an unexpected figure entered the scene. Roman Reigns, the self-proclaimed tribal chief, and one of the most dominant forces in WWE, stepped into view with a seriousness that immediately demanded attention. His arrival was not advertised, rumored, or hinted at. Roman had no official business on Raw, and had not been scheduled to appear in any capacity. What made his entrance even more breathtaking was the expression he wore, one not of superiority, frustration, or rivalry, but of genuine worry. This was not the Roman Reigns who taunted opponents or reveled in their misfortune. This was the man behind the champion, responding instinctively to a potentially dangerous moment with empathy and leadership, a rare display of respect. Witnesses backstage recalled how Roman approached the situation with calm urgency. Instead of leaning into his usual persona, he focused entirely on Knight's well-being, asking medical staff whether Knight was breathing clearly and whether he was responsive. He lowered himself beside Knight, speaking to him clearly and checking whether he could understand what was being said. Knight, despite being disoriented, managed to communicate that he had been blindsided. Roman's expression shifted with concern as he surveyed the area, seemingly trying to process what had happened. It became evident that this incident had not been orchestrated by Roman or the bloodline, and his demeanor reflected someone determined to understand who had crossed a line. Why Roman was really at the arena information later revealed that Roman had arrived at the arena for a private meeting with WWE leadership to discuss creative plans for WrestleMania. When he learned about the situation involving Knight, he chose to go directly to the scene rather than continue the meeting. Roman made it clear through his actions that the attack was unacceptable, not just from a storyline perspective, but in terms of respect and professionalism. He emphasized that no one had the right to use his name or his faction's reputation to justify underhanded behavior. This statement resonated powerfully with everyone who heard it and immediately reframed Roman's role in the unfolding mystery, a message that shocked fans. As Knight attempted to sit up despite the discomfort, Roman placed a steady hand on his shoulder and instructed him to remain still, emphasizing his safety before anything else. Those present could see the confusion in Knight's eyes, as he struggled to understand why his fiercest rival was suddenly speaking to him with compassion. Roman then delivered a message that stunned both the performers backstage and the viewers who later learned of the exchange. He told Knight that whoever attacked him was not operating under the Bloodline's authority and that he did not tolerate cowardly actions being committed in his name. It was a moment of unexpected vulnerability and honesty, revealing a deeper layer to Roman's character than fans had seen in years. The ambulance departure. Even as Knight was lifted onto the stretcher and moved toward the ambulance, Roman stayed close, ensuring the process remained smooth and steady. He accompanied the medical team through the hallway and did not step away until Knight was secured inside the vehicle. Before the doors closed, Roman delivered one final message. He wanted Knight to recover fully, return stronger, and bring the same fire that has defined him since his rise. It was not an offer of friendship, nor a softening of rivalry. It was respect. A reminder that competition in WWE should be earned through direct confrontation, not through ambushes carried out from the shadows. Roman seeks answers. After Knight's departure, Roman's attention pivoted immediately to accountability. He approached RAW General Manager Adam Pearce and demanded clarity regarding backstage access, staffing, and security. He insisted that identifying the attacker should become an immediate priority before the situation escalated further. When Roman Reigns involves himself in an issue, it automatically carries weight and storyline significance. His determination signaled that this incident was destined to grow into something larger, something that would affect both brands and shape the road toward WrestleMania. Theories begin to spread. In the hours following the incident, speculation exploded across the WWE Universe. Some fans believe a returning superstar orchestrated the attack as a way to make a dramatic entrance. Others think a former ally or rival from Knight's past may have resurfaced to settle an old grudge. But the most intriguing theory is the simplest. Someone wants both LA Knight and Roman Reigns out of their path as championship season approaches. And eliminating competition early is part of that agenda. With so many possibilities and so little confirmed information, anticipation continues to build. What comes next? Roman left the building quietly, without a promo, without an appearance on camera, and without any dramatic fanfare. His involvement was brief but powerful, revealing a rare moment of humanity between rivals and setting the stage for an evolving storyline rooted in respect, mystery, and unresolved tension. WWE has confirmed that an update on LA Knight's condition will be addressed next week. Meanwhile, Roman is expected to appear on SmackDown with a message for whoever launched the attack. The situation promises twists, revelations, and emotional stakes unlike anything WWE has showcased this season. A storyline. Just beginning. The image of Roman kneeling beside LA Knight, his greatest recent rival, will remain one of the most memorable moments in WWE storytelling. It highlighted themes of respect, honor, and professionalism that cut through character roles and blurred the line between rivalry and humanity. This storyline is just beginning. The attacker will be revealed. Roman will react. Knight will return. And as WrestleMania approaches, the fallout from this single moment will shape some of the biggest matches, motives, and confrontations of the year.